So the first time you guys went to your parents and said, hey dad, mom, this is what I want to do. I want you to share the first response from them, right? I want to start my own business or my own company, right? The second one is for the kids here. Are there clubs or organizations that you were involved with that helped you in your entrepreneurial journey?
Okay. So the first questions, when you break the news to your parents, it was kind of interesting. My mom definitely was the first one to support me. Sorry, Dad. But she was definitely the first one to support me. In fact, she's the one who has provided a lot of the resources to get there, because if you're going to make a business when you're young, you do have to use the resources. And what I mean by resources is money, their time, their train of thought, and just helping you out as we go. I know that GS was talking about your parents are really good with doing analysis, looking at situations, and that is some of the areas they have to help you with. And so my mom helped me out a lot with that. That's why my first few businesses were medical based. And then my dad, I feel really blessed that I have a dad such as him, because he really took it as, if that's how you want to be with the furloughing college and trying to actually start your business, then he supports that. Because of course my idea was, I don't want you to spend upwards of 100 to 200 grand if I could use it toward actual funds to starting a business. And so I was really honored that he didn't just go and force an idea onto me as though you sometimes see society do to their kids. The second question
Was organizations or any support groups that...
Right. Incubators are an excellent place to get started. A lot of times, and I'm glad that I'm starting to see this happen, a lot of schools do have an entrepreneurship club or even class you can take. If you can put that class when you decide to miss school, they should understand better. But that's really some of the greatest places to be, not just because they would understand it or they can teach you life skills, but because then you can have groups of people that you can start off with. You're not just going on it alone by yourself. You can maybe have a co-founder with you that helps you build the business. Outside groups, I wasn't part of too many. I was part of a thing called Tech Fort Worth, which is an incubator in Fort Worth, that way. And aside from that, I've not actually found many other organizations, but I know that you might have more.
Yeah. I mean, for the first question, and I mean, my parents, and I'm sure like a lot of your guys' parents are, like being immigrants from India, like they don't really have that type of risk mentality where it's like, oh, bet big, win big, because it's like,
you got to be
like,
a doctor, an engineer. That's
yeah,
it.
it's like just be a doctor or engineer. Like it's safe, play it safe. You're gonna make a decent amount of money, and that's not really any type of attitude that an entrepreneur should have. So it was probably initially hard, when I was taking like time out of school, like money to go downtown every day to work on these things, and especially when you're an entrepreneur, results aren't like constant. They're not on like a constant upward trend or anything. It's gonna start out slow, and it's really gonna start to pick up. And it was hard, I'm sure, for my parents, and like it will be hard for you guys too. But as parents, if you just like believe in your kids if you work hard, it's gonna work out. Like it's gonna work out. Yeah. For the second question, yeah, my school had a great entrepreneurship program, but it didn't even exist. Like if your guys' schools don't have it, like the program didn't exist 2 years ago before I got to the school. A lot of my senior friends were kids who started the program. They went up to like staff and faculty and they were like, hey, I want to be an entrepreneur. Like this is what I want to do. There's like these there's cool startup incubators downtown. Like you got to take the kids there. And this is like when staff sees an initiative like that, they're definitely willing to support it. But like the kids had to do most of the work. So all the programs I were in were like relatively new programs, but they were great and they were all started by kids. And I got to be like part of 1871, and I really believe like those different environments like that are like really helpful, because even if you're not going to like specific events, just being in an environment like a startup incubator, like there's like 1,000 different things that are like small things that are all helping you like towards your entrepreneurial journey. Yeah.
Perfect.